loosen that, and then when you loosen it, then you can raise it, then tighten it back up. There you go. And this one here brings it in and out. This little knob there. But you gotta loosen it up. Don't pull it without loosening it, because that'll break it. They're cheaply made. Oh, you just give a little what do you call it? Technical instructions. You all right?
Mm-hmm.
You seem a little restricted.
On my chair.
Huh?
It's on my chair.
You got enough room?
Yep.
So the battle axe, Israel is the battle axe. So the powers that be, they don't want you to be Israel, because they realize you are the ones that's going to defeat the wicked one and his seed, the seed of the serpent. You got two different types of people in the world. You got the seed of the woman, and you got the seed of the serpent, right? That is found in Genesis chapter 3. When Kawah, let's read it real quick. When Kawah and Adam disobeyed Yah specified two types of people in the world. But the world want to keep us separated and divided into black and white. There's two types of people. Ain't no black and white. It's the seed of the serpent and the seed of the woman, right? Let's see. Go to Genesis chapter 3. Okay, let's start at verse 13. We're not going to read the whole thing. Start at Genesis 3 and 13. Start at verse 13.
And Yah said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat.
Mm-hmm.
And Yah said unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life.
Here's the kicker.
And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his head.
That's good. So, what's the Most High saying there? The war is not between Christians and anti-Christians. That's what they want you to believe. The war is between the seed of the serpent and the seed of the woman, which represents those that obey Yah's commandments, right? We read that last Shabbat, I think it was. We talked about how whoever you yield your members to obey, that's who you serve. So when the religious people tell you, you don't have to keep the law, like Creflo Dollar, I'm going to do something on him. I'm not going to get off on the subject, but just thought about it. He's done went ballistic. He told the people to throw away everything he ever taught on the subject of tithing. All his book. Now, I would be mad as hell, pardon my expression, if I spent a whole lot of money buying his books, and now all of a sudden he gonna tell me that his teaching on it was wrong. I made all that investment. People have given tithes, right? Offerings, gave buku money to him. To hear him tell you now, tithe is an Old Testament law. That didn't set well with a whole lot of people, because think about it. How many people have been tithing faithfully since they can remember, since they first started their first job? Can you imagine the amount of money people have paid in tithes? From, just say, we in our 50s now. Let's just say if you got your first job when you was 19. And now say I'm 58. I use me as an example. He said he wants his refund. He just said run him his refund.
Me too.
But just think now, if you've been paying tithes since you was 19 and you're now, I'm 58. Let's back then. You got out of high school, fresh out of high school, you was 18. Let's make it an even number. And now you're 58. So 28, 38, 48, 58. That's 40 years that you've been tithing faithfully to Creflo, Cash Flow, Dollar Bill Ministries.
Tithing and giving offerings.
Right. 40 years.
And all the sacrificial offerings they.
I'd be mad. I'm telling you, I don't know what I would do. If I was a member and I heard him get up and say that, I'm counting now, because a lot of people basically they sacrifice their children to pay them tithes. Oh, don't rob God of your tithes now. If you got a mortgage due, rent due, you better pay them tithes. You're gonna be cursed with a curse.
They still sitting there listening attentively. I imagine a few people may have left a sour taste in their mouth.
That's a slap in the face, though. 40 years of.
Like, what else have been wrong about
40 years. I can only imagine. I'm gonna say it, then I'm gonna get off Creflo, get to the lesson. When I was in the Word of Faith movement, and when they would have the offering, I used to get a headache. I couldn't figure out why, but now I know now why. I felt oppressed. And and it wasn't that I was broke. It's just that I felt like that this is not right. The way they handling money, the way they making so much flack about money. And I remember times when Creflo, I was in this World Changers crusade, and one person came in there. Matter of fact, some of y'all probably saw it on YouTube. I was there. While he was preaching about money, some guy came down and slapped $100 bill on the stairs. After he slapped that, people started coming right and left. They were running down and throwing money on the stairs. And I was like, this is crazy. And Creflo couldn't finish preaching because people started bum rushing the stairs, just throwing money. It was money all over the steps. And then he started singing the song Prosperity, right? Come on, praise him, come on and sing. And they sing, people just all over that place were coming down there. He probably had over $1 million worth of cash on them steps, but you better not touch it, because Creflo had armed ushers that carried guns. I kid you not. He had guys that carried guns. Matter of fact, I was a partner, and I wanted to speak to Pastor Dollar, so I was hollering at him when he was going across after he got finished preaching. And I went to go over like most people do as preachers go greet the pastor. One of his guards went like that and grabbed his side. I was like, oh, he about to shoot me in the church. I was like, wow. Right? I had one other experience I could share with y'all. It was in Koji. at the convocation. The ushers carried guns back then. I'm pretty sure they carry more so now. When they had that offering, you better not cross that line. While they coming through with all that money they raising the coaching after they had these offering they raised for the bishop and all of that. Man, I was trying to go to the bathroom, and the usher was like, no, and went like that. I was like, well, I was young, man, then. I wasn't in the ministry. I was, I didn't know church people was like that. Oh, money? Oh my goodness. And I was like, man, these people are crazy over money. Love of money is the root of all evil, right?
Mm-hmm. And when one person gives like that and everybody else starts to run up and give, it's nothing but the spirit of competition comes up with everybody.
Adrian said he had a man put in cuffs that tried to hug him after he prayed for him. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. What'd you say? Say it again.
I said when one person gives like that, then everybody else starts to get up and run and give. It's nothing but the spirit of competition comes up on them. They're not moved by the ruach to give. They're moved because one person gave, and the response and praise that comes with that person when they do that. Everybody when they understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I went back and because I have a lot of experiences and I experienced all of that. I remember Leroy Thompson, the Money Cometh guy, because they was all part of that circle. I started out with Fred Price, and in some kind of way I ended up in that circle with them. I guess because they all was kind of connected some kind of way. And Leroy Thompson had came somewhere. His whole message was about money. Money answers all things. And the whole time he was preaching, he kept calling people broke. Yeah, I'm not trying to get money from you. I'm trying to get money to you.
That's the scam of the century.
He said, now I'm about to pull his lever. Y'all ready for it? I'm telling you. And then at this particular, he did a duo with Creflo, with Cash Flow, on money prosperity. It was prosperity conference. They was people's coming down there throwing money on the altar so fast that Creflo, and that video's on, you can see that video on YouTube. Creflo and Leroy Thompson both was dancing all over top of the money that was on the staircase. I was like, look, I'm not gonna be a part of this no more. It made me sick to my stomach to see that carried on. So I only can imagine what people feel like after hearing that Creflo said that tithing is not a New Testament practice. That's heavy though, right? But so back to what I was sharing. Bronte stepped out. There is two types of seed in the world. There is the seed of the serpent, as we read, and the seed of the woman. So, and you can't color this up. You can't make this, and you don't have to scream and holler and say I can stand flat feet and say it. If you don't obey Yah, in other words, you say the law is done, the law is nailed to the tree, you are of the seed of Satan. It's just that simple. As religious as you may try to be, as much